Hey guys, Stephanie here. Hit that like, subscribe, and share. Alright, I'm still going off my phone, so I'm probably going to be a little scatterbrained, but just roll with me. I love you all. I hope everybody's having a great time in this political Jumanji game we're playing. It's so fucking fun, isn't it? It's like when you hear the president say that MLK, Martin Luther King Day, is I guess what, second rank to George Floyd. Very offensive. I'm just sitting here thinking, okay, what? Like, how is that not all over the news? It's not anywhere, really. Joe Biden literally came out and said that Martin Luther King didn't even get this much attention and recognition globally as George Floyd. Like, what? How could, oh my God, just hearing that, I was just, what? How could you say that? That is so freaking offensive. How could, for political bullshit, how could you reference Martin Luther King in the same sentence with George Floyd? I'm sorry. You could think whatever you want, but that's wrong. They exploit everybody for politics, but to no, absolutely not. No. And how is this not all over the news? It's not. Just like Biden saying, you can't put white and black kids together, it'll, be a racial jungle. It's like everybody ignores all these things he does. Media sweeps it under the rug, and I'm just thinking, okay, guys, this is serious. You know, people on the internet and all that, people who are part of DC, people who are part of the elite class, people who get paid to tweet, people who are social influencers, all that kind of stuff, they're not in this real world. You know what I mean? They're not like everyday people who have to deal with schools and what they're teaching in schools. And then a lot of these like young kids who are activists for all these colleges, because they're actually paying kids now to be activists, and to take activist courses. It's like, okay, you gotta think of it like this. Okay, when I was young, on my 16th birthday, I went to go get a tattoo. I wasn't supposed to. And my best friend Aaron was standing like right here in front of me, like literally right here. And we were talking, and like some car pulled up out of nowhere, shot him in the back. He fell on the floor. They threw the gun. And it was like some random gang initiation. And I always hated guns since then. I was always anti gun. I used to have like that liberal mindset when I was young. Then when I got older and I had kids and, living in like the real world, and how like all these social safety nets, which is kind of just more like a welfare state, it really doesn't help anybody. And not only that, but like it takes away, like you're working hard for half of a society who doesn't want to do anything at all. So it's kind of like that breakdown in society to where people like right now, they're like the great resignation. Like everybody's quitting their jobs. Yeah, because you're making it a fucking TikTok trend. You're making it look cool to do it. And if you control, it's easy. You control the narrative, you control the media, you control celebrities. Just like all the Kardashians were always about blacks. Now they're all like for like gothic, white, like meth head kind of boys. I don't understand. But anyways, do you see what I'm saying? It's that easy. And when I look at a lot of this, I'm just thinking like, holy crap, man. Like if it's that easy to brainwash people, what's next? Do you see what I'm saying? Because mass formation psychosis is real. It is a real thing. Um, think about it. You have people who have had 3 shots, 4 shots now, and they're still getting COVID, but they're still blaming unvaccinated people for why they caught it. Okay, just like tuberculosis, HIV, which Dr. Fauci said, everybody will get it if you even come in close contact. Not only that, over 11 years ago, they had the flu outbreak, the flu pandemic. That's when they started doing like all the flu shots and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. It's like it's all repeating itself, honestly, if you think about it. And like people are like, God save the queen. I'm like, from what? Andrew? I'm sorry. I don't know how to deal with that exactly. Because this whole thing is like it's like a mass psyop. It's like we're in the Matrix. There are certain realities and you can be part of certain. Why can't we just all just be ourselves? You want to wear a hijab, wear a hijab. If you want to practice this, practice that. Just don't impose your will on other people. I don't think one religion or anything like that, I don't think anyone is more important than another. I think if you believe in Hinduism, Buddhism, whatever you believe in, if that's what you believe in, that's you. Nobody has the right to discredit you. It's just like nobody has the right to devalue you because you're like, you know what? I just don't trust that right now, and I will wait before I put myself in a situation where I have to deal with it, the consequences. I'll just hold off. Like me, if there's a new technology, new phone, or like TVs, anything like that, I'm like, you know what? I'll just wait. Let them get all the glitches out. Not only that, then it'll be like cheaper anyway. So what's the point? But that's what I'm thinking about, like the vaccines. Like, these are all still experimental. So why is everybody so fucking retarded on you gotta get it now? What is the timeline? You got a famous tennis player in Australia who gets deported. They don't talk about the COVID camps they have people in and that they're literally rounding people up, even if you're fully vaxxed. They're still rounding people up and putting them in detention centers. So they're fully vaxxed, 3 times vaxxed, and still getting sent to centers. So people who are like, oh, that'll never happen here, it'll never happen. Just like the Pope is anti cancel, right? But then he just said, like, you can't cancel us pedos, but we're going to cancel the anti vaxxers because they are the real problem. That's exactly like what Hitler did with the Jews. I'm sorry, you guys. Like, I'm just at such a loss. I don't even know what to think anymore. Because when you look at it, I've been telling people we're gonna turn into Venezuela. It's happening. And people are like, it's not gonna happen. It's such a conspiracy theory. Oh my god. So for me it's kinda like for real, it's depressing. I'm not gonna lie, it's fucking depressing. Like we've watched everybody like through the pandemic, nurses on TikTok all being worshipped. They're doing their dance stuff and all this. They're getting parades, they're heroes, but if they didn't take the vaccine, they're enemies. I mean, it's just never ending. And then in Texas we have this whole synagogue shooting. We have people like Ilhan Omar, Rashid Tlaib, the Obamas. They're all connected to the Muslim Brotherhood. They're here, and it's all out of Minnesota, Minneapolis, you know, or, think about it, pay attention to what's going on. And this guy just so happens to be able, like, parents are being watched by the FBI for talking about critical race theory, but they couldn't find out where this guy was coming from. I say false flag. I say you guys are bringing tons of drama here to Texas. bringing up all this criminal stuff, how bad it is. You know why? They need Beto to win. They need us to be so bad with the Omicron. They need mail in ballots. They have to get Texas. If Dems get Texas, it's done. And they know the only way is if they get Texas's guns. There's too many people here with guns. They know it. So what they'll do is they'll just keep on doing huge, like, crisis with acts of violence with guns, etc. But notice they'll never close or address the whole southern border thing. So it's like, okay, so you want to keep harping on how dangerous and guns and this and that and the crime and gun related, everything's so gun related. What are you doing at the border? Nothing. You're literally letting people in, putting them back into society, and giving them welfare for it. You're literally paying them to stay here. And then you want to say that you care about people. Really? Yeah, no. That's just like, we care about your health so much. Come get a COVID vaccine and we'll give you free beer and we'll give you a donut. Do people not understand, like, back in, like, it was like the 1700s or something like that, 1800s, even like the Vatican and all that, like all these old ruling classes, they would give their people alcohol, food, and poppies to keep them happy so they wouldn't complain about their living conditions, just keep them drunk and happy and high. Notice how, like, weird things are against the law, but other things are okay that are usually not okay, especially when it comes to drugs. You know what I mean? It's just when you really think about it, I don't know. I keep seeing hospitals surging. It's just the same rendition. And I honestly know in, like, my heart of hearts, I don't think people are going to put up with it much longer. Because I don't know. I just find it really tragic that when you go on, like, mainstream social media outlets and they're talking about how a certain amount of Americans approve, they do a poll, and a certain amount of Americans approve of putting unvaccinated into camps. I'm just like, wow, that's pretty fucking dark, dude. But then again, you look at it like Megan Fox and, Machine Gun Kelly are drinking each other's blood while, saying, we're getting married, we're going to drink each other's blood, it's all good. In the meantime, it's like, I don't know what to do with that. I really don't. I really don't. And I hope to God that Democrats lose big time. If anything, like, I think the whole Trump thing, it's not going to be good. Honestly, I think DeSantis, but honestly, we just need, like, an independent, not Kanye or anything like that. He's just another false prophet. Same with Lakewood Church. And there's, like, certain groups of people who think they're enlightened and they're awake. If you look at that birthday party, they got the head that Travis Scott had at his Astroworld festival where people died at Stormy Chicago's birthday party. I mean, come on, talk about, like, symbol. That's some satanic shit. I'm sorry. They've gone into the dark end. Have you noticed, like, everything is all black and red? Even on Nick Cannon's show during the day, it's all black and red. Everything is dark. Everything is getting more and more evil. I don't know. It's just me. Especially when you have people, and especially people of the Catholic Church, saying that aborted fetal tissue is okay if it's not in the final product of what they're making. Wait, what? Like, fucking shit, dude. I swear. I'm so ready for, like, alien invasion right now. I'm just like, beat me up, Scotty, dude. I'm just like, you go online, they come out with testing at home rapid kits, right? What do you get? Every motherfucking social justice warrior out there on Twitter. What about the blind? What about the blind? I mean, no, I'm not making fun of blind people, but it's the fact that I'm thinking, okay, whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. They're talking about a factory that won't be finished until another 2 years to make at home rapid tests. They're sending us all these tests. Why? Why are they why do we have to get testing at home now? Like, to me, between the cement wall going up around the White House and all these at test home kits and Biden talking about the facility won't be open for another couple years to make testing available for everybody here in America, I'm thinking, what happened to like going and getting tested yourself? And this is what they did in Australia. These at home test kits, that's just the beginning. They're not rolling out all this massive at home testing because they care about your health. They're about to lock us the fuck down like they did in Australia. They're putting up that cement wall around the White House. Why? Why? Biden's poll numbers dropping. Everything is dropping. Everything's caving in around these people. But they're not going to give up without a fight. They are going to keep going until the bloody death. And it just sucks that we have such a monopoly over us to where we can't be honest. We can't talk about anything. It's like, fuck, man. It's bad. It is really bad. And at the end of the day, people don't realize it has nothing to do with Black Lives Matter or white supremacy or conservatives or liberals. They just have us all going against each other because they have their club, they have their shit. We're not a part of it. We're basically like how Julius Caesar would have people go in the like Colosseum, killed Christians off, kill each other, gladiators. It's kind of like if you follow the same narrative, well, you see where it's going, right? The decline for humanity in the respect of life, period, is gone. I'm just saying history repeats itself. Just make sure you're on the right side. I love you guys. Bye.